Fighting in the modern era of Forge of Empires. In the first ages, new military units were just 30% stronger than those of the previous ages. Since the Colonial Age, InnoGames often added new features for the fighting system. In the modern era, this is very visible, especially with the Paratroopers. My first thoughts seeing this unit were, great, a kind of saboteur. He is placed in the middle of the opponent's units and messes them up. His own protection is to be hidden in the forests. This has the potential to be my favorite unit. In reality, the Paratrooper then is a bit disappointing. Using only 1 or 2 Paratroopers, they are able to do one shot against the opponent, but they are then killed immediately because they are the opponent's first target. In case I use many of them, I never find enough forests to hide all. At the same time, these units are weak in both attack and defense. Only against bazooka teams and artillery they have some effect. Therefore, I only use paratroopers against 8 bazooka teams, but not in other situations. Bazooka Team. The increase of attack strength, starting with the Jäger in the Industrial Age, 18, via conscripts in the Progressive Era, 40, up to the Bazooka Team of the modern era is much more than the usual 30% increase from age to age. On top, they have a significant bonus against heavy units. On one side, the base defense value of the Bazooka Team, 45, is worse than that of a conscript, 48. But in the modern era, all units attack using their range. Then the bazooka teams have a nice bonus from their ability Duck In, plus 30. The field bonuses of the bazooka team are difficult to use. If there really is a sandbag circle, it is often that far away that the bazooka team cannot reach it in time. As a result, the bazooka teams is the modern era unit with the best base value for attack and the smallest value for defense, except artillery. For your battle tactics, this means that you should always try to eliminate opponents' bazooka teams first, so that they never can hit your units. Even the automatic fight feature does so. Attacks against bazooka teams are most effective from a distance of exactly 2 tiles. This range avoids the counter-attack, and the attacked unit does not have the dig-in bonus. The very limited movement ability of the bazooka team has the effect that they are often already dead before they reach the opponent. Their disadvantage is that in the modern era, the Mechanized Infantry is very popular, and these have a bonus against bazooka teams. In the end, I did not use them much. The best case to use them was fighting against 8 battle tanks. In that situation, I used the unattached units received from the guild expedition. I never built a bazooka training camp. Mechanized Infantry. This unit is usable in many very different situations. On one side, this unit has great values for attack and defense. On the other side, it has a great range, the same as ranged units. Finally, it can move far with each move. On top, there is a defense bonus on planes. Using this, it has a better defense value than the modern era heavy unit, the battle tank. The artillery of the modern era has a bonus against these fast units, but this does not stop me from using mechanized infantry against it. The great movement abilities makes these units to cross the whole battlefield faster than every other unit. Only battle tanks are a tough opponent for them, as battle tanks have a significant bonus against fast units. Battle tanks. Battle tanks are the easy to use unit in the modern era. It has acceptable values for attack and defense, and only the artillery has a better range. Their movement is only a very little bit worse than that of the fast units. The automatic fighting feature sometimes is bad in using field bonuses. This doesn't matter with battle tanks, as they don't have any field bonuses at all. Therefore, automatic fights provide pretty good results using battle tanks, making this a great unit for players who want to save time. Automatic fight will do it. Against one wave, a battle tank plus 7 rogues are a great team. Against 2 waves, I prefer 2 battle tanks plus 6 rogues. I keep the battle tanks on their starting position in their first move. I only fight manually if the opponent has bazookas, but even this would work fine with the automatic fight. The Mechanized Artillery has an astonishing good movement. Also, the defense value is much better than with artillery of previous ages. One last time, the artillery receives a bonus from hills. The combination of all this makes it to be an interesting unit, but I did not use it much. Battle tanks and mechanized infantry are so strong that I never thought about adding more. But I want to encourage everybody to give these units a try in combination with battle tanks and mechanized infantry. Champions are not important in the modern era. They are fast units, and fast units are great in the modern era, but their advantage compared to the mechanized infantry is not visible. On the province map, I love to use the combination of 4 battle tanks plus 4 mechanized infantry, which is 4 heavy plus 4 fast units. In combination with 90% attack bonus, this was always successful. This also reveals that I only constructed 2 military buildings, the mechanized infantry barracks and the battle tank factory. Beside that, I highly relied on my rogue hideouts and my Alcatraz. Without these, I would have needed many more military buildings to succeed in the guild expedition every week. But in the modern era, every fighter should have an Alcatraz. In the modern era, you often lose several units in a battle, more than in previous ages, as the only advantages are also advantages for your opponent using the same units. But these units are easy to handle even for players with only little fighting experience, as long as you pay attention to the advice I gave before.